So as you are waiting these last few minutes before class, you want to begin to come present in your body. You can lean back in your chair and let the chair support you. You can bring the soles of your feet down to the floor. You don't like this floor? You can bring a yoga mat to put under your feet. Make sure it's non-slip, and then you won't have to stand on this floor. Wiggle your toes. Feel the feet rub back and forth a little bit. Feel that little bit of friction, and then set your feet down. Lots of strong awareness in the feet. How about your thighs? Let your thighs be heavy in the chair. Let the hips relax. If you find that your hips are tense and locked up, relax your hips. You might need to even move your knees a little bit to get that softness in the hips. Feel the bounciness of your chair. And then lean back into your chair so that you're now in a relaxed yet very alert state of being. Palms can be down, palms can be up. You can even gently lace your fingers. Shoulders, give them a shrug, and then gently let them fall. Give the head a little toss. Notice if there's any tension or crackling sounds. And then simply let your eyelids be heavy and fall closed. Here you are. We have a couple minutes before our class begins. You just provide yourself with a little buffer between what you were doing and what you're about to do. And this is part of the practice. We hold space. Reconcile the past. Whatever's done is done. Bless what you've learned with love and appreciation. The blessings, the gratitude. Breathe and relax, let go. Let go of the past. Holding space in our day lets us reconcile the things that have gone on, the things that we can't control, the little annoyances of life, the big annoyances of life. If you can't let it all go, that's okay. Just let some of it go. Maybe let a little bit of it go. Even if it's still weighing on you, let some of it go. And then you might use this space to look in the direction of where you're going. You're going to be in your yoga practice for the next hour. That's exciting. You're going to be tuned in, giving yourself your undivided attention. You're going to be feeling what only you can feel, so you can give yourself what only you can give yourself. Yoga is sometimes called the journey into the self, for the self, by the self. Remember those old episodes of Star Trek, The Final Frontier? There's a frontier internally. You're going inward. Something to be optimistic about, something to be excited about. You're holding space. If you have any history of injury, you know where your tenderness is, you know where your soreness is, you know where your injuries have happened, your own set of Carfax. You're going to honor your journey. Not going to compare yourself to anyone else or a younger version of yourself. You're just going to be aware and compassionate towards yourself. It's this compassionate attitude, this compassionate state of being that we're practicing in the gentle chair yoga. Very compassionate to yourself. Same compassion you would treat a newborn baby, you're going to treat yourself just like that newborn baby. See to your comfort. The compassion is the energy that softens the heart. It's very healthy for our hearts to practice compassion. So here we are. We held that space. Maybe it's something we decide to create as a habit. We do something, we hold space, and then we consciously move along our path. Be very, 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 very still. In the stillness and the silence, you'll discover it's not silent at all. And as you still your body, there are certain parts of you that will not be still. Let's use this stillness to check in to the subtleties. Your head is very, very still. Crown, face, scalp, jaw. Not frozen, not stiff. Just still floating over your shoulders. Notice any sensations that show up for you in the stillness that you may not have noticed when you were externally focused. Then going down from your head, check in with your neck and your throat. Externally at the skin, going inward to the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, the anatomical features, the spaces. Maybe you feel some sensation, some energy pulsating in the throat. Maybe you have urges to swallow. Maybe you feel that fluid or mucus that was stuck. Maybe it goes and drops down your throat. What sensations can you feel in the stillness? Then dropping down into your shoulders are still. Along the clavicle, across your chest, around your ribs, into your belly, down your back, upper back, middle back, lower back. Maybe as you sit in the stillness, you can feel sensations inside of your torso. Maybe you're aware of a subtle throbbing beating of your heart. Maybe you feel movement of gastric juices, urges, tingles, sparkles. The arms are very still, the hands are very still, the fingers are very still. In the stillness, you can feel that parts of you will not be still. You'll feel the pulsing. You'll feel the warming or the cooling. Maybe as you drop down into your hips and into your bottom, you can feel your clothing. You can feel the weight of your body as it presses on the chair. Maybe you feel the hardness of your bones in the pelvis, or the softening of your belly. In the stillness, let your awareness drop down into your thighs, your bottom, inner thighs, outer thighs, front, back. Maybe you're aware of the muscles as they're relaxing. And going downward to your knees. Maybe you don't feel any sensation at all. Just by bringing your awareness into a space of your body, whether or not you feel sensation, know that not feeling a sensation is a sensation. And the longer you linger your awareness in that space, the subtleties are experienced, you may begin to feel sensation in places that maybe there was a mind-body disconnect. Neurotransmitters run all through your body. Synapses firing. Fiber optic lights internally lighting up for you. Maybe you feel your blood circulating. Maybe as you go down to your calves and your shins and your ankles, you maybe feel pressure. Maybe you feel sensations you don't have a name for, just awareness. And as you drop down into your feet, into your toes, maybe you feel coolness. Maybe if your feet were in sneakers, you can feel that moisture evaporating. Maybe you can feel the hardness of the floor or the webbing in between your toes. Your experience here is so personal. Let's let our awareness now rise to our breath. Day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, you're breathing. And the way in which you're breathing affects how you feel in your body, affects how you are processing this moment. Bring your awareness to that space just below your nostrils, above your upper lip, that little space right there. There's a mind-body connection that when we're focused on that space just below the nostrils, just above the upper lip, there's a mind-body connection. This little space, our breath caresses this little space. Let your breath be natural. Feel that soft flow of breath as it caresses the inside of your nostrils as you inhale. Following the breath into your body. Feel where the breath stops. And then as that natural breath releases, follow that breath out of the body, along those inner nostrils as it touches just above your upper lip. Feel those sensations. The ancients discovered what science is now confirming today, that space right there allows the mind to sharpen. Think of your mind like a knife. You need that sharpening stone. We want our minds to be sharp just by bringing your awareness right here. You are sharpening your mind. And as you let your awareness follow that breath and bring your sensitivity to that space, that razor sharp knife now becomes sharper and sharper until it's laser sharp. We want a laser sharp focus of the mind. The mind and the body begin to synchronize, harmonize. You have access to a very deep, deep calmness that's inside of you. Deeper than the calmness that can be seen in an exterior. You're going inside to the very source of your calmness. And the gateway is the silence and the stillness, the attention to and the awareness of the breath, the awareness of the body in its subtleties, known only by you. Notice how your body is a beehive that's thrumming with activity from head to toe, changing, evolving, moving, never still, always, always changing. Deliberately take a full, satisfying inhale into your nose. Pause and retain that breath. Let it expand your lungs. Feel the inside of your lungs. Feel the inside of your bronchial tubes, your trachea, your throat, your nostrils. And then a long, slow, satisfied exhale. Feel as that breath exits your body. And when it exits your body, let your body soften and relax into the moment. You have shifted from a place of more resistance to less resistance. We're going to do it again. Intentionally draw a full, satisfying breath into your nose, travel down your throat, into your lungs. Maybe this time travel into your awareness of your diaphragm, the muscle. Maybe around the rib cage. And then slowly, deliberately release that breath, follow that breath, give all of your awareness to respiration. Relax. Feel that shift into a deeper connection to the calmness. And one more time, full, satisfying inhale into the nose. Follow it into your body. Visualize it going into your lungs, around your diaphragm, and maybe this time even swelling your belly. It doesn't have to push it out too hard, just around your belly, around your lower back, into your hips, into your pelvis. And then as you relax, you slowly exhale, full satisfying exhale. Let it all go. Maybe draw your navel in towards your spine a little bit. Anything that was retained, you let it all go. Notice how you feel. Let your hands rest on your thighs now and slowly, slowly begin to open your eyes. Blink a little bit. We want to maintain all of this beautiful internal awareness that we've cultivated and fostered, and couple it with this external awareness of the self and the space around you. Rock yourself so that you're moving towards the front of your chair, where you still feel supported and safe in your chair, but you're not being supported on your back. You acknowledge your skeletal system. You rock side to side, and you feel those sits bones at the bottom of your pelvis. The pelvis is a grounding mechanism of the body. So this energy that moves through your pelvis, we're just bringing our awareness to the right and left sits bone. Another grounding mechanism of the body is the feet, the bones in the feet. Give it a rub, place the foot, feel the feet, wiggle your toes, look down at your toes, lift and lower your heels and toes. And then into the hips. The hips can get a little stuck, not too much. Just rock your knees in and out. See how you rock to the edges of your feet. Into your shoulders. Tension gets collecting in your shoulders. We're going to do a little survey of the joints. Make some soft, gentle rolls of your shoulders forward, up and back to your ears. Soften your gaze or close your eyes so that all of your awareness is there. Lift and lower the shoulders. How about your neck? Give a soft little turn of your head. Do you hear any clicking or popping, crunchiness? Maybe turn it a little slower, go slower. Turn your head just to one side. Notice if you feel any catching or pulling, and then gently turn it the other way. Notice if you feel any resistance, and then come center. Wrists. Give your wrists a little roll. Feel into your wrists. Open and close your hands. Feel into your fingers. Shake your fingers out. Feel into the joints all through your hands, your wrists. How about your shoulders? They also move. Release any shoulder tension. And then elbows, bend and straighten. So we want to live in the joints of our body. How about your knees? Let one foot float and give a little bit of movement to your knees. It's very soft, it's very gentle, it's very subtle. Then put that foot down. Feel into your knees. Let's take it into our spinal column now. We want a nice neutral spine. So the sits bones, the feet are down, the crown rises up. A nice natural neutrality to your spine. There's a little curvature of the spine. Now, tuck your pelvis forward so that your pelvis tilts under, and lean back a little bit with your hands on your knees and drop your chin towards your chest. This will create a little space between each vertebra. Feel the roundness of your back. And then as you inhale, sit tall and open up your heart. Give a little rock of the sits bones. Maybe bring your hands to your chest. This is going to open your throat. Now visualize your spinal column. Feel the back of your spine. Maybe you feel a little bit of compression along the back of the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale is going to round into the spine. Walk your feet back so that you're on your tippy toes or on the balls, on the pads of your toes. And tuck your chin again. Drop your chin towards your chest. Maybe you wiggle a little bit this time. Bring some space in between your shoulder blades. Feel the muscles that hug or maybe cling around the shoulder blades. Maybe relax them, relax the shoulders. Draw your belly button in a little bit. What do you feel up and down your spine? And then as you inhale, lift your crown, open your feet, bring your hands back onto your thighs and give a little rock side to side. Now we're going to open up the front of the spine. And this will also expand the chest, expand the heart space, stretch the chest muscles gently. Maybe roll your shoulders back and bring your elbows back a little. Now the spaces at the front of your spine are more open. Now a nice deep breath in. Exhale, keep those knees wide. And we're going to expand around the shoulder blades now. So let the elbows flare out. Gently tuck the chin towards the chest, pull the belly button in. And I'm sure already you're beginning to feel some movement of energy through the torso, some awareness of the muscles, of any tension in your back. Your inhale, come center, feet land. Exhale, stays. Give a soft little twist. So left hand goes to right knee, look to the left wall, bring that left hand by your side or back. It's an easy twist. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Once again, visualize your spine. And then as you inhale, come center. Exhale, twist gently the other way, never forcing, never pushing. We're fostering a connection to the subtle energies and sensations in the body. Gentle twist. Feel where there's mild resistance. We live in a deep awareness of the skeletal system. Inhale, feels your spine realign. Exhale, stays. Lace your fingers, turn your palms out and gently press. Feel up and down each knuckle. Look at your hands, look at your fingers. The fingers will begin to curl in. We are feeling around the knuckles for opportunities to open space. And then relace your fingers with the opposite hand in front and push gently. Now let's find some movement through the wrists and forearms. Elbows bend and straighten. Maybe begin to open up some space between your shoulder blades. Pull your belly button in, tuck your chin towards your chest. Now we're stretching a little bit more through the fingers, through the wrists. All the bones are connected. There's tendons, there's ligaments. You're stretching them right now. You're feeling around your wrists. You're feeling the muscles around your forearms maybe. Soft in the jaw, soft in the elbows. Take a nice breath in, push down through your sits bones. Your arms float up. Relax your shoulders, bend your elbows, and cradle your head. Give a little gentle tip from side to side. Lean to one side. Do you feel the armpits? Do you feel around the ribs? All of those muscles and the fascia gets clingy there. We're loosening it up. Other side, other side. And then come center and find some soft little twists. Just a little dynamic movement to bring some warmth. So when we have mucus that's stuck in the throat, it can get stuck around the chest. When we move, it dislodges, it begins to drain. It will precipitate some drainage from even in the head because it all drains down towards the belly, right? And then gently close your elbows, soft tuck of the chin, and let just a little bit of weight on the back of the head, not to force, just to have some openness in the cervical spine between the base of your skull and your shoulder blades. Open up those little spaces. And then you take a nice breath in. You open your wings. You can even take a little gentle back bend here. So try to maybe expand around your belly, your lower ribs. Maybe get a little stretch, not too intense. And then recenter and close it again. This time walking your toes in, bringing your knees together, and contracting into your belly. And if it's available, you can even rest your elbows on your knees. Scoop and hollow your belly. Feel the shape of your spine. Inhale opens you up, places the feet down. Exhale just lets it all go. Nice. Give the arms a little shake. Last week I likened it to those old-fashioned thermometers, those mercury thermometers, right? So all through our body, fluids get stuck, little air bubbles. We're bringing all of that movement and then shake down, feeling to the tips of your fingers, your fingernail beds, tension, in the wrists and the thumbs. They get a little locked up. And then pause. Notice how you feel. Open your palms. Take a nice breath into your body. Deep breath in. Stay at the V as you exhale. Lift up your heart. Exhale. Where are you in relation to your gratitude? We're going to pause to open ourselves up to the power of gratitude. It's a state of being and it's an energy. Palm meets, thumbs fall to the heart. Relax. Notice what you feel. Bow to yourself. Open up your feet. So you have some space between your knees. Bring the balls of your feet down and just begin to rock the knees towards and away from each other. You can wiggle your bottom towards the edge of the chair. Just don't get too far off the edge, right? And notice how your hips move. Notice if you feel any internal resistance, popping or clicking. Then just do one knee. Feel just that left hip. How's it doing? And then check in with your right hip. Your body loves when you check it. And then stretch out just the left foot. Look at the toes. Ooh, hear that little pop, but you heard that one at home. Flex and point. Roll that ankle a little bit. Reverse it. We're getting the weight off of the ankles, off of the feet. Drag that foot in. Slide the other leg out. Get that point and flex. Yeah, air gets in the joint. Roll it. Reverse it. Wiggle those toes and then come back in. Place your feet flat and walk your elbows to rest on your knees. Draw your belly button in, touch your fingertips together, and drop some of the weight of your head. This is a forward bend. Draw your belly button up and in towards your spine, and just listen to your natural breath. You can stay here. You can walk your elbows back and place your palms on your thighs and let some more of the weight of your head off. You're still drawing into your belly button, pressing your feet down into the floor. This is a very gentle forward bend. If this feels very intense, you just walk back and bring your elbows back down. No issues. Maybe you give your head a very soft, gentle shake. Release some of that tension. Maybe nod a yes, a no. Let your lips gently touch, your teeth come apart, and just allow your neck some time to decompress. The weight of the head can get heavy. We want to make sure that we decompress the spine, that we gently stretch these muscles, tendons, ligaments, etc., blood vessels. This stimulates nerves. Fresh blood and oxygen flows to the brain. When you're upside down, every 6 becomes a 9. This refreshes the mind. So as you inhale, support yourself and slowly, slowly come back up, not too fast. Stack one vertebra on top of the other until you feel your spine realigned. Big smile. Walk your feet a little closer. Hands by the side of the chair. Inhale's going to slice that left arm up, look up, stretch up. I want you to reach up through your fingertips. So you feel your sits bones down on the chair, reach them down, reach the feet down. We're just lengthening the entire left side of the body. Soften and bend the elbow. There's some compression on the right side. That's okay. You can take that right elbow and rest it on the back of your chair behind you for a little support and stability in the upper body. Now release that elbow down, tuck the chin. The weight of the hand on the back of the head is gentle. It's not pulling. This is going to stretch you along the neck. And then as you inhale, you lift that elbow up and you open up the heart. Reach that arm back up. Roll through the wrists. Reverse it. Open and close the fingers. Now relax shoulder, elbow, wrist. Feel it come down. You might even feel some heat released from your body. So much happening. Inhale, rises up again. Look up, stretch up. You want to put that elbow, that left elbow on the chair as you reach that right arm up. Look up, stretch up, relax the elbow, let the palm rest. Feel that lengthening along the side of the body. You want to open up that space between the hips and the ribs. Drop the elbow down, tuck the chin, soft opening of the back of the neck. Around the shoulder, you feel some tugs, some pulls. And then a soft lift of the elbow, open up the chest, the heart, reach up, open and close the fingers, roll the wrists, reverse it, good stretch up, and then relax shoulder, elbow, wrist, and stay present for all of those amazing sensations. Inhale, rises up, deep breath in. Watch as your palms meet. Exhale, follow your thumbs down to your heart. Tuck your chin softly to bow. Again, inhale, we're synchronizing movement and breath. Long, slow, satisfied exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale, hands to the heart. Think of your lungs as a part of your body to be exercised. As you inhale, curl your fingers in. As you exhale, pull your belly button in. Backs of your hands touch, fingers come forward. Inhale is going to bring your hands to your heart. Bring the elbows together. Exhale, sides of your pinkies touch, nice stretch through the forearms. Inhale, curls the fingers in. Exhale, pushes it out. Pull your belly button in. We're exercising the lungs and the breath. Inhale, lifts the arms up. Exhale, relaxes the shoulders, elbows, wrists. Bring your hands back to the chair and push down through the heels of your hands as you lift up your sternum. This is a beautiful, gentle back bend, but it's mostly a heart opener. I want you to lift up your sternum and open your heart. Easy on the body. We need this nice stretch along the body. You're taking weight off of the organs. You're moving substances through your intestines. So much happening here. Inhale, come center. Exhale, hands to your knees. Walk your feet in. Tuck your chin and give a little rock. Pull your belly button in. And we're using this seated cow now to create length in the back, especially the lower back. Open up the spine, open up the muscles. Let the head fall forward. This is a feeling journey. Feel every sensation. Let emotions wash through you. Breathe deeply through every emotion. You can process it. Inhale, places the feet. Long, slow exhale feels that good satisfaction. Okay, so I want you to open up your feet. Place your elbow on your knee. Left arm rises up. Exhale, bends that elbow. If you like, you can even lean a little bit into that supporting leg, but keep that sits bone on the left side pushing down. So that left elbow's up. The left hip is down. If it wants to lift, keep it down on the chair. Draw the navel to the spine. You're really opening up the ribs now. Really fanning the ribs. We don't want to do it too quick. We want to linger here for a moment. So whatever different tensions, depending on the kind of tissue, it has a chance to release. And then you release the hands and you gently rise back up. And that facilitates a lot of lymphatic drainage down the side of the body. All right, the elbow comes down, you lift the arm, and as you breathe and you relax that elbow, you can give a little lean deeper on that supporting leg. If that right hip bone pops up, try to bring it back down towards the chair so that you're using this not to just lift up, but to create space intentionally between the top of your hip and the bottom of your ribs. Here's where everything gets crunched up in. Here's where the obliques get too short. This restricts our movement. Important spaces. Make sure you're comfortable though. Go only as far as you are compassionate for yourself. And then you'll slowly release that arm and you slowly support yourself back up. Nice. Full satisfying inhale, long, slow, satisfying exhale. We're going to begin to stand. So we've been practicing our standing. So number one, we want to use the earth. The earth is your platform. So if you're using the chair and just your body to stand, why not push down on the earth as you stand up? So notice that. So give a little rock back, push down on the floor. Just let your bottom lift a little. Feel for the chair so you know you're safe. Don't want that chair to come out from under you. Let's do it again. Push down. Feel the feet. Be present in the feet so that as you push down, you have a leverage, you have a force pushing down so you can get up. Alignment, crown of the head. If the crown of the head is dropping, look at the shape of the spine. Crown of the head lifts up. So we push down through the feet and we lift up through the crown. and then relax back down. One more time, aware of the feet and the crown. Feet down, crown up. Everything in between just kind of aligns. Good. All right. Tension in the body. If we're stiff and we're biting down and we're locking our joints, we can't move. I want you to feel loose in the joints. Loosen the knees, loosen the ankles, the toes. Let's do it together. Loosen the joints. Push down, lift the crown, loosen the joints, and then pause and stay down. How about your breath? If you have a lot of pain, you might be holding the breath. Let's use the breath instead, like a hot air balloon, right? Let's take a nice deep breath in. Crown up, feet down, loose joints, breathe in. Exhale, let that breath go. Good. All right. And now we said the attitude of gratitude. Take a moment and pause. In the practice, the only firm foundation from which we can move forward from this moment to the next, the highest attitude is gratitude. So maybe you pause for a moment, close your eyes. Gratitude. Put a thought of gratitude in your head. Smile. Breathe. Picture yourself enjoying that all day long. Filling your mind, using your mind not for a place for your worst case scenarios, fears, doubts, insecurities, we all have them, but you know that your mind, you're using it as a tool for your hopes, your dreams, your inspirations, and your gratitude. This changes the way we show up for life and the way we come to standing from where we are to where we're going. So find that gratitude, open your eyes. We're going to stand all the way up now. Deep breath in, push down, lift through your crown. Rise up, take a deeper breath in, look up, stretch up, reach up, feel your whole body lengthening, palms meet, and that long, slow, satisfied exhale finds your heart. Release your hands. Nice. My head's cut off, so let me come back a little bit for friends at home. And I'm just going to move the chair over a little bit so you guys can see me. Tilt this a little. There we go. I think that's a little better. All right. Here you are, you have this nice chair, so you're going to walk around to your chair. Your chair is here for balance, for support, but it's not going to be able to bear your weight. So I want you to just take the heels of your hands and lean on the chair and notice how less stable it is. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to dump on the chair. We want the chair close to the body so we maintain alignment, and we use the fingertips. Try not to grip until your knuckles turn blue, just a little bit of support, okay? Alignment in the mountain pose. Feet are down. Look at your feet. About hip width apart. Find those hip bones, those front points at the front of the pelvis. Line up your ankles. Toes, do they tend to turn out or in? Let's bring the toes nice and straight. Okay. Feel your right foot, feel your left foot. We tend to favor one hip. This causes misalignment of the spine. It dumps weight. We want to find a nice equal distribution. It creates equilibrium in the body. How about your alignment? Lift up the top of your head, slight tuck of the chin, easy through your knees and hips, open through your heart. This is the alignment. Inhale, rises up, 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 look up. Exhale, down to your heart, find that sternum bone, thumbs softly connect. So this is grounding and centering. In this human body, you want to be grounded. If this building weren't grounded, the fire marshal is coming to shut it down and revoke occupancy. We have to be grounded in our bodies. Big energy moves through our bodies, big emotions. Keep your connection to the earth going. Centering. Things are going to knock us off center. I walked into my bathroom yesterday, it was flooded. The toilet had overflowed. It knocked me off center, but guess what? I was so proud of myself. I said, pause, shut off the valve, and then I restored. And I said, I'm not going to sit here and visualize all the damage that's done. I'm going to be thankful for the fact that I came in here and I mopped it up, and it's going to be minimal. So it is what it is. So we pause and just maintain that sensation. Bring your fingers to the chair for balance and begin to paddle. From a place of groundedness, begin to find some movement. Open up the toes. Think of your toes as giving you more surface area. So spread the toes. Do your toes tend to curl in? Do you wear tight shoes all the time? Get the shoes off. Do dishes. Take a few minutes just to paddle. Stretch through those Achilles. Be in love with your feet. Be in love with your ankles, your knees. If you find yourself bobbing side to side, come into the crown of your head so that you're more aligned. And then pause with the heels down. Rock back, lift your toes, place your toes down, try to fan them out. The heels, so the knees are soft. Find a little bit of softness in the knees as you stretch through your toes and the soles of your foot. Heels down, flex the feet, rock them back. Try to get the toes off of the floor, and then rock it forward, spread the toes, knees are soft. Find that little gentle bounce, that deep stretch in the feet. And then bring the heels down, pedal once more. So it's going to integrate the work that we're doing. Begin to roll that left ankle. Roll it around. Stay soft in the knee, stay soft in the hip, and soft in the ankle. There's those pops and clicks again. Invite that fluid into that dry joint. Reverse it. The hip, the knee, the ankle, we need them all working together. Other side. Other side. Use the earth to massage the sole of your foot. That ball of your foot, it needs to move that energy. Reverse it. Very nice. Bend that left foot, bring the toes back. The feet are parallel, lift and lower the back heel. Try not to lean too much on the chair, but get into that back Achilles, the calf, and ankle, and then turn those toes over and rock side to side from the big toe to the baby toe. You don't have to push down, easy, because I know this floor in here is a little rough. You don't have to go that hard, and then shake out that left leg. The same way we did the arms, we want to shake. Think of your blood vessels. Stuff gets stuck in there. We want it to move, and then pause. Feel that leg. And then slide the other foot back. Lift and lower the heel. Make sure that your feet are lined up. They're straight ahead. Hip width apart. Keep rocking forward and back. Keep feeling into the toes every step of the way. And then turn those toes down. Open up the top of your foot. We're not digging or pressing. We're just feeling across the top of the foot from the big toe joint to the little pinky toe. And then push that supporting foot down so that you feel grounded as you shake the leg. Feel that as you may feel something in your hip kind of get loose. And then pause. There you go. And then a couple little pedals to integrate that. All right, I'm going to turn my chair. You don't have to. Move into our first puppy to downward facing dog. Take 1 foot length back and then the other. So you're not in alignment. This is going to make you work into your core. Pull the navel towards the spine. Think of your spine and the muscles that wrap it like a girdle. Everything is pulling in towards your spine. Pedal the feet and wiggle the hips. So when you wiggle the hips, that right knee will cross the plane and the left knee will cross the plane. We're moving energy through our back, our hips, our legs. Awareness of the spine is strong. Awareness of the abdominal are strong. The awareness of the breath and the earth beneath you is strong. Take another foot length step back. So toe to heel. The foot. This time bend your knees. Bend both knees. Chair supports you. Navel is hip. With the bottom again. Bend the knees. Feel all of that tight garment of flesh around you begin to loosen up the fibers. Easy does it. We're not trying to tear them. We're warming them and releasing them. Big difference. Nice deep breath in. You want to take another foot length back. You can do that. Exhale. Bend and straighten your knees at first. Feel like you're going to fall. Walk it in another foot length. Pull deep into your belly. Scoop and hollow your belly. The head floats between your elbows. Wiggle the bottom, bend one knee then the other. Learn to work through this space to create space in your body. And then slowly take that walk back to your chair. Breathe, relax, and feel. Breathe, relax, and feel. Nice rebound. Here you are back. Deep breath in, feet down, rise up, big stretch, look up. Lace your fingers. Press the palms up, big stretch, push down the feet. Feel as if you're pulling your rib cage up and away from your hips. From the hips down, you're reaching to the floor. From the rib cage up, you're pulling up. Yes, this is requiring some strength. Bend one knee, just bend a knee. You don't have to lean, but just by bending one knee, you're going to drop that hip. You're going to close opposite side of the body. So one side is length, the other side is shortened. Rise up again, big stretch. Bend the other knee, and you feel the other side of your body open. Open up that space, and then rise up. Good. Rise up, look up, stretch up, and then soften the elbows. Yeah, you're going to feel some lactic acid moving out of the muscles. Breathe and relax. Deep breath into your mountain. Long, slow, satisfied exhale, stands tall. Last week we did an elevation. We're going to do that. Yeah, so you're going to begin with your feet in a V. Bring your heels together, toes out. Right? So you make that little V, fingers to the chair. If your chair is far away, bring it a little closer. Bend one knee, you feel one heel lift, put it down. Bend the other knee, feel that heel lift, put it down. Now lift and lower your heels a couple times. Keep those heels kissing. Notice as you spread your toes, you have more surface area. Use the earth. Just like when we stood up, you're pushing down through the toe pads and the balls of the feet. Now the joints, they sometimes want to lock. The jaw wants to lock, the knees want to lock, micro bend in the knees. Relax your jaw. Good. Now rise up and just stay. What is supporting your body? Well, your glutes. Wrap them around your pelvis. Soft yet thorough squeeze. You don't have to tense them. Activate them. Navel to the spine. Pull it in. Softens a little. Crown. Stay. Deep breath in. Long, slow exhale. Release your heels down. Pause for a moment. We're going to come up again. We're going to elevate. And we're going to lift the arms option. So spread those toes. Lift your crown up, rise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, firm your belly, firm your bottom. And here's a little helper. Slide your chair in so that you feel your thighs or your hips at the front of your chair. Glide one arm up. Relax the shoulder. Arm doesn't need to be straight. And if you like, bend your lift the other arm. This is a beautiful elevation. And what's nice is you can often hold it longer than you could if you weren't assisted by a chair, which gives you an opportunity to strengthen those muscles that support your whole skeleton. Good. Palms meet, hands to the heart, release the heels. How's that feel? And feel that in your calves, right? Yeah. Open up those heels, and we're going to stretch it out. Nice deep breath in as you walk back. Exhale, not too far, just 1 or 2 foot lengths. First, find that wiggle. Take it in stages. Think of every stage as something to discover. You don't have to go from 0 to 100. There's something to learn every step of the way. Now walk a little further. Play with it. Bend your knees. Bend and straighten your knees. Wiggle your bottom. Let the knee gently cross. Look over your shoulder. Look to the right or look to the left. Open and close your fingers. Pull your belly button in. Breathe deeply. So much to explore here. Good. And then slowly walk it back until you find your mountain pose. Reestablish your mountain pose. Feet down, crown up, open heart, gratitude. Inhale rises. Exhale align. This is how you show up for yourself and for others. Good. Hands to chair for support. Bend your right knee, pick up the right foot, and just reach it back. Now you can have the foot down on the floor, or you can just let the leg lengthen. It's okay if the hip opens a little bit, or if it's more facing the floor. Wiggle your toes, point and flex your foot, and then bend and straighten your back knee a couple times. If your heel comes back towards your bottom, great. If it doesn't, don't force it. This is working the standing leg. So support that hip by drawing into the belly. Now step those toes back and let the heel rest. Notice that the front foot is pointing straight ahead and the back heel is at an angle. Soften the knee so that it's not going past the ankle, and bring your chair a little closer so that you align shoulders over hips. You can align your hips over your shoulders. Go for it. All right. So here we are. This is our warrior. Crown is up. The warrior is courageous. We know that courage is in the heart. French word cœur means heart. Not a mistake. Here's where we find our courage. It's an energy. Feel that beating heart. Take time to feel into your chest every day. Relax and breathe. And then release your arms. We're going to find our joyful warrior. Inhale, the arms float up. Exhale, soften and relax the shoulders, the palms are up. This is the joyful warrior. The warrior one in a joyful expression. Breathe, feel, relax, open yourself up. Can you feel the earth underneath you? Do you feel energy coursing through you? From your center to your fingertips, let it go. Palms find the chair, lift that back heel. Inhale, pick up the crown as you step forward. Exhale, place that foot right underneath the hip. Soften and bend the other knee. Pick up the foot, stretch it back. The foot can rest on the floor or it can be straight. Supporting leg, the knee can be soft or the leg can be long, but don't lock into the knee. Feel the earth underneath your foot. Flex and point that back foot. Bend and straighten that back knee. Feel that hamstring. Opening up that hip. And then you gently, simply step the foot back and you find the floor with the sole of the foot. Once again, ground yourself, soften the knee, aligned, have that chair close to you. Drop the arms. Inhale is going to rise up. Palms meet. Exhale. You got that courageous energy going already. You're going to feel it bigger now. Beautiful, joyous warrior. We can sometimes give lots of time to our fears, doubts, and insecurities. If we don't give equal time to our courage, to our ability to grow and evolve and learn, how are we going to overcome them and move beyond them? We have to practice the courage just like we unconsciously practice the fear. And it's in us. Feel it, maintain it, and then let go. It's done. Very nice. Lift that back heel. Inhale, rises up tall, stand taller. Place the feet underneath you, find that mountain pose. One more downward facing dog. Let's do that. Take that nice slow walk back in stages. This is for you. So now I'm holding space. You're just going to breathe. You're going to feel for the front of your spine. You're going to move your hips. You're going to walk back a little further in your time. You're listening to your body. Your body doesn't want to go back that far. You respect and honor your body. It trusts you. It opens up for you. Maybe you want to go all the way back. Maybe you just want to let your fingertips rest on the chair. Ooh, this feels a little scary. Don't want to activate too much fight or flight. Maybe take another step forward. But maybe you're feeling courageous. Maybe you want to get a good long stretch. Reach your tailbone back. Reach your crown forward. Breathe. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel wherever you feel safe. Pull into your belly. Here's a little extra. Slide your right foot back so just the toes are touching the floor. Left foot is supporting you. Pull into your core. Would you like to float that right foot off of the floor? Would you like to extend that right leg back? Left leg has a bend in it for support. Don't stress your knee. You don't have to do this. You can even try to bend your knee. It's a little tricky, just something to play with. Lengthen the leg, put it down. Maybe you want to try the other leg. Shift your weight to the right foot. Slide that left toe back. Easy does it. Be safe. You don't have to pick it up. Maybe you float it. Maybe it hovers. Maybe it reaches all the way back from the hip. Maybe you want to bend the knee. Everything can be explored. This is you exploring your body, what it looks like, what it feels like. Good. Take that nice slow walk over. Take your time. Take some breaths. Feel all the wonderful sensations coming back to your mountain pose, that neutral state. Opening the heart, the hands. But you all full of courage, energy, really moving. Hands to the heart, you bow to yourself. Great. Now we're going to come back to the chair. So just take that walk, but don't sit down. Don't sit down. We're going to consciously sit down. So one of the things in practicing yoga is that you do everything consciously. The moment gets bigger. You're brushing your teeth, you're feeling every tooth. You're feeling your wrist. You don't want to lose track of time, but when you can, do things as consciously as possible, like sitting down. If you feel like you have a sensation of fear in your body, maybe open up your feet a little wider so you feel a little bit closer to the chair, right? Or less stress in your knees. But let's do it consciously. Feel the earth. Inhale, rises up at the breath. Look up, stretch up. Exhale, relaxes the knees, pulls navel to the spine, finds your chair, and you have a soft landing. And then you're going to lean back into your chair and allow yourself to feel that sense of relief. Nice. And then come back to the front part of your chair. Feel stable. We're always going to work in the hips. The hips need some love. So open your wings. Deep breath in. Spread your wings. Exhale is going to lace them underneath your knee. You lean back. You don't have to pick up your leg because your hands are together. You create a little sling. A little rock of the knee. Little flex and point of the foot. Roll of the ankle. Take the ankle and place it on top of the knee. Once again, we're not going to force this knee, putting torque on it. We want to relax into the hips. So take your right hand and massage around that right hip and massage around that right inner thigh and right around the groins where the hip meets the torso. That's going to release it. Then take your right hand and begin to use the heel of your hand to push into the femur bone. All in the inner thigh, all in the top of the thigh at the quadricep, around the side. And then take your fingers and massage underneath. Find that hamstring muscle. Take your hands and rub around the knee. Open up that knee. Take your hands and massage with your thumbs. Get into that dense calf muscle. And then use your fingers to squish around. Use the knuckles to get into the shin to shred that fascia. Good. Now take your hands, you might have a little dust on your foot, brush it off. Look at the soles of your feet, play with your toes. Even as we sit here, your hip is opening. So this is part of the hip opening sequence. We're just taking care of the whole leg, checking in, pat the foot. If you feel discomfort or tenderness, notice that. Take your knuckles, massage into the fascia, break it up daily and gradually. Squeeze that heel. Manipulate the Achilles. Good. Now, take your elbow and set it gently at the bottom of the inner thigh. So I'm not digging into it. I'm just putting a little bit of weight to encourage the hip open. The opposite hip stays down. Feel good? You could actually lean your whole torso weight. Some people have hip opening that way. But what you don't want to do is force the hip. Stay supported and breathe. Just giving that hip some love. Feel deep into the hip space. It goes very deep. This is dark space. And then carefully support yourself up. Now, if you can, slide that top leg over the bottom. So your legs are crossed. You can cross at the ankles if that's more comfortable. Take your left hand to your right leg. Take that right hand back. Deep breath in, sits tall. Exhale, turn and rotate from the navel up, and maybe get a deeper twist this time. You might feel more resistance in your neck. You might feel more resistance in your mid-spine or in your shoulders. It's so personal. Maybe let your eyes wander further than your neck can turn. Work those optic muscles. Then as you inhale, come forward. Exhale, you're just going to counter that twist. A little twist the other way for a moment, and then come center. Slide the bottom foot forward, and you're just going to let that top leg glide down. Open up the feet and windshield wipe the ankles, knees, and hips. So not just the ankles. Make sure your knees and hips are all freely moving, and then walk the feet back in. Inhale, spread your wings, feel to the tips of your fingers. Exhale, lace those fingers underneath, lean it back, pull into your belly. Let that knee rock and swing. Let that foot point and flex. Wiggle those toes, roll that ankle. Use some support. Hold that ankle here. Maybe it stays, maybe it doesn't. Sits bones are down. Bottom foot is flat. Take your hand. Begin to manipulate around where the leg meets the torso, the outer hip. Manipulate around the inner thigh. around the groin. Just play with it. You're going to feel places in your body say, okay, I feel good here. I feel a little tender here. Then begin to take your knuckles, dig down gently so you can feel that femur bone. You want to get every layer of muscle, inner thigh, outer thigh, around the buttocks, around where the knee meets the thigh. Take your fingers, manipulate that hamstring. Take your hand, massage around your knee, not just the kneecap, but the entire space. And then let's get to the lower leg. Flat hand is good for the surface and increases blood flow. Knuckles help to release fascia and use your fingertips to manipulate the muscle like Play-Doh, right? And then get down to your foot. Rub it, pat it, massage it. Every part of your foot matters. The ankle bones, the Achilles. Squeeze that heel. It needs a little extra. Get into the ball of the foot. Manipulate the webbing of your feet. Sometimes the only time we get a foot massage is when we go get a pedicure, right? So you need to be into your feet daily. They are your tires, right? Okay, so let's cross that leg over the other. You're going to feel a nice stretch of the IT band here. This is a good time to also give a little extra here. Deep breath in, sits tall. Exhale initiates that soft twist. Drop the shoulders, look over your shoulder. Instead of holding your breath, instead of twisting so deep that you're trying to wrench your spine, try to maybe back it off a little. Why? It's going to leave space for the breath so that as you breathe, you can feel an expansion around your spine. And as you exhale, you can feel a relaxation. Feel tension in your neck. Let go a little bit. Don't have to push so far. Take a breath in. Soft exhale. Maybe let your eyes wander beyond where the head can turn. And then as you inhale, release that twist. Exhale, counters the twist. It's not unusual to feel some back cracking here. It's very healthy. It's you. Come center. Slide that bottom leg forward. Glide that top leg. Open up the feet. And then find those windshield wipers. Let them rock. Look down at your body. Good. And then walk your feet in. Very nice. All right. It's time for us to rest. Isn't that wonderful? So this rest is an integral part of the practice. Place your feet down. Get yourself comfortable in the chair. Lean back. Make sure your hips are nice and relaxed. Hands can rest. Let your eyelids drift closed. And once again, find your stillness and your silence. The state of being that you enjoy now is not the same state of being that you entered. Put a little marker here in how you feel. This is your new baseline. You are more grounded and rooted in your peace and your calm. You did this. I am just your guide. You showed up for you. That's why it's so important for us to show up for ourselves. Big emotions move through this body all life long. When that energy is processed through deep breaths, staying grounded and calm, we're able to process life's challenges and the full range of emotions. It's not that we're never hurt, it's that we have a way of processing some of the hard realities. Instead of pushing them down, we can be in our calmness, in our peace, breathing through it all, one breath at a time. Be very still. Know that inside of you is power. You didn't change any batteries, you didn't plug yourself in. At the core of your being is power. And in this power, we can stay connected. Go deeper to its source within you. It's very calm, it's very still, it's very quiet. At the core of your being is your peace, your love, your truth, and your light. Identify with it. Share it. Live in it. Very still, very calm. Easy. Soft. This is the power that makes your heart beat. This is the power that makes your lungs move and breathe. This is big power. It's going to require you to stay grounded. Feel the earth underneath your feet. Feel how the chair supports you. It's going to require you to stay aligned. Keep that crown up. Keep your head up. When life pulls you down, lift your head up. Your brain will light up. Keep your heart open. Let that love and courage, compassion, forgiveness, keep it flowing. You got a lifetime supply on board this body. There it is. Just in your feet. In this place, you slowly open your eyes. Look about. See the world through new eyes. Rock yourself towards the front of your chair where you feel supported. And we end the way we started, in our gratitude. Open your hands, lift them up, and to your creator, the universe, whatever your beliefs may be, say thank you. Your palms meet and they find your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.